Greetings everyone, and welcome to an overview of our final group project. First, I will go over the code which we have written, and then I will give a short demonstration of our program. Let's begin. The first few lines of our code have been devoted to a comment block, which describes the program and lists our group members. One of the first things we want to do is include our header files. For this program, we will be using iostream, fstream, iomanip, and the string header files. Fstream will be used to read the prices in the seating chart itself, which are stored in separate text files. iomanip will be used to help format. For this project, we created functions that accomplish different tasks, the first of which is getUserOption. The getUserOption function will display a menu for the user using cout statements. The user will then input which option they would like to choose. If the input chosen is not valid, then the user will be prompted to input again. The fixCN function will fix a CN object, allowing us to help validate user input. The loadSeats and loadPrice functions load the data stored in the text files into the program. The resetSeat file function uses two for loops to go through a 2D binary array and set every value to false, so they all appear as zeros, essentially resetting it. The next function we'll be looking at will be getTickets. First thing in this function is to initialize a string value known as byTicket, the integer value seatRow, seatCol, and the double value price total, which will be set equal to 0. Next, we will ask the user if they would like to purchase tickets. If the user inputs N, then the function will end and the user will be sent back to the main menu. If the user inputs Y, then they will be asked which row and column they would like to sit in. The user input is then checked against the seating chart to make sure the seat is available, which if not, the user is prompted to choose a different seat. At the end of the function, the user is asked whether or not they would like to buy another ticket, which will either loop or end the function displaying the total price for the tickets they have purchased. The next function we'll be looking at will be the display function. This function will display the current theater seating. It uses for loops to loop through and display an array and an if statement to create a row down the middle. The next function is the showSeats function. This function will tell the user how many seats are left in each row. It does this by using two for loops to loop through and count each row. After looping through each row, it will also display the number of available seats remaining and the amount of seats sold. The next function is the delete_ticket function. This function deletes a user's seat from the system. It starts off with the initialization of the character value input and the integers row and column. The user is then asked if they would like to delete a seat. If the user inputs N, then the function will end and the user will be returned to the main menu. If the user inputs Y, they will also be asked to enter the row and column of the seat that they wish to delete. If the seat is already empty, then the user will be prompted to try again. If the seat entered is valid, then it will be set back to 0, essentially deleted. Now that we've explained the functions we'll be using throughout the program, let's look at our main function. The main starts off with the initialization of an integer user option, a boolean 2D array seats, and a double array seat prices. Next, we will use loadSeats and loadPrice functions to read the data from our text files to create the seating array. Next, we have a do-while loop with the function getUserOption and the switch statement. The getUserOption is in the do-while loop, so the menu will be displayed each time we exit a different function. In our switch statement, we have the display, getTicket, deleteTicket, showSeats, and resetSeat file in their respective cases. Once the user quits the program, the array will be saved so that it can be used again. Okay, here we are on the demonstration portion of the video. As you can see, here's our program, so let's run it. Okay, and down here we have our menu. We have show seats, get ticket, delete seat, show theater information, reset seating arrangement, quit page. Let's see what our seats are looking like right now. So they're all empty right now. Let's get some tickets. Yes, I'd like to get a seat in row 1 and the 4th seat, and then let's get another ticket. Maybe row 3, 6th seat, and one more. Let's go to row 4 and the 2nd seat, and that should be all the tickets for me. Okay, and then you can see here displays the total price for the tickets. But I don't know. I don't think I want to sit in that 4th row, so I think I'm going to delete that ticket. So let's enter 3. Delete a ticket. Yes. Which row is the seat in? It is in row 4. Column 2. Okay, now if we look, we have our seats in row 1 and 3, but not in 4. Okay, let's check our theater information. Okay, in row 1 there are 7 seats, in row 3 there are 7 seats, which makes sense because we have 1 seat sold in each row. And the row 2 and row 4 are 8, which makes sense because they have no seats sold. So there are 30 seats available and 2 seats sold. Okay, and then let's reset this. And now if we check, yes, so our seating chart has been reset. Now if we hit 6 here, it should end the program. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed our group's final project.